Anyway, a long time ago, before all the stuff that you guys know about, Veronica channeled Mother Mary for a while. Some of you, you were around for a little Mother Mary. A couple people were around for a little bit of Mother Mary. When she would channel Mother Mary had one main message. And that message was that the patriarchy, meaning male energy, not necessarily men, but male energy, that dominant energy, had been in charge for a very, very long time. And in your case, the dominant energy looks like your mom, right? Right? Yeah. So the dominant energy had been on the planet, telling everybody how it needed to be. And it was like the pendulum on a grandfather clock. You guys know what we're talking about, right? And it was pegged. And for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, predominantly male energy, but that dominant energy that said it's going to be my way, period. You're going to do it my way or I'm going to cut your head off. You're going to do it my way or I'm going to put you in the dungeon. You're going to do it my way or I'm going to rape you, right? This energy of, so a lot of times it looked like male-female, but it can look like mother-daughter as well these days. But for many lifetimes it looked male-female. You guys can get behind this idea. Mother Mary's message was this, that the truth of the matter was going to be that the light workers, male and female, but lots of the female light workers were on the planet at this time to bring that pendulum down. And the gift that they were going to give, and this is the part we want you to really pay attention. The gift they were going to give is that they were going to stop it here in balance. They weren't going to demand, as humans you could probably justify, we want our 53 lifetimes of fucking you over, right? We want our pendulum. We want to be the Amazonian women and kick some Amazonian women ass and have men under our foot, right? The temptation is alive in all of you, whether you're male or female, because you've all been stepped on. So what the light worker females and the collaboration of light worker energy was going to do is to bring the pendulum to the middle and hold it there. Despite all wishes to the contrary, temptations to the contrary, justification, I know it's okay, right? You're going to bring it and hold it in the middle. We see this happening. We do see this happening, right? This sense of there's a middle ground and I am going to make the personal decision to go to the middle ground and stand there. And that's what you're saying, what you're doing with your mom. You're not necessarily abandoning her or rejecting her, or even, you can use the word distancing, which is okay. What you're doing is you're balancing your half of the relationship to her. Bringing it, stopping it there. And even as you become more spiritually aware and spiritually advanced and have more tools and you could use your powers for the dark side, right? Mm-hmm. It's very easy when you're extremely conscious and you're around unconscious people. You can spin them really easily. But you all don't do that. You stop in the middle. Because in the middle, right here, that's the gift.
So I saw it when you said that.
Yeah, that's the gift.
I've done my part.
Yeah.
And I can walk away and say.
Yeah. And you walk away holding. You walk away holding that middle ground. Not taking the higher ground or demanding that I'm right and you suck or when are you going to get it, Mom? Coming into the middle and saying, I am going to abide here. And I'm not abiding here in resistance or reaction to you. I'm abiding here in the reality of my truth and how I desire to live on the planet, regardless of how you behave. Regardless of you. Not in resistance or reaction, but regardless of your choices. I abide here. And the temptation frequently can be to go Amazonian, because you know how to. And the gift you give is to say, nope, I don't need revenge or retribution. I demand of myself that I offer balance because I want to live in balance.
Thank you.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can feel it, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That sense of oh yeah, I could take this over the edge, but I'm going to come back to right here. And as much as this person or this patriarchy or this government, right? This is a little bit like that Occupy movement thing, right? You can feel the energy of that, where they're saying, we're just going to try to hang out here in the middle. And like we said last week, we don't know how it's going to go for them, or you all that are involved in it. However, what we do know is that that balance place is not about whom you're resisting. It's about your decision and a commitment to a position for your growth. It's not about a resistance. You've been in resistance. Now you're not, and it's not about acceptance. See, you don't go, oh, instead of resisting, I'm going to accept, because that's duality. You say, instead of resist, I'm going to choose balance. Instead of resisting, I'm going to be in balance. Instead of resisting, I'm going to be in balance. So if you find yourself resisting something, look for balance, which is why we have been balancing the chakras and using the guardians to wash things down the drain. You see, it all goes together. We're only sort of making this up. We're only sort of making this up. Next week we might have to have a fireplace, huh? Veronica's toes are getting cold. We're going to sit on them, sort of.
It seems that when you are in balance, you're the creator, and as soon as you start moving towards revenge, you become the victim.
Amen, sister!
Okay, thank you.
Randy's been coming for a few years. Exactly. Because that's duality, right? The duality is the idea that I am at your whim, victim, rather than I'm going to continue to choose for the place of balance. And we should talk a little bit about this idea of balance. What does it look like to be at the bottom, right? What does it look like to come into that? The main thing is what we just said. It's not a place of resistance, retaliation, or revenge. It's not a place of getting your way. It's not a place of telling other people how they have to be. It's not a place of shaking shoulders. It's a place of saying, what is my truth? What is my truth? Am I balanced? Am I speaking my truth? That's how you know. Because it's not about anybody else, right? If you were at either shit. Either one of the points of the sides, whatever the hell they call those, pendulum,
Apogees.
something, whatever. If you were out on the sides, you're in a relationship to others. When you're in the middle, you're in a relationship to yourself.
Right.
What?
Yep. Right.
Yep. Right?
Right.
Because even when it's swinging, it's in a relationship to gravity. Isn't it? Gravity's pulling on it. But when it's dropped down in the middle, you could say there's still some gravity going on. Work with us. It's in a it's in a neutral position. Right? It's holding still. And in that stillness, if you're a person, you can look to the left, you can look to the right, you can experience yourself in relationship, but not in a resistance. We should say you experience yourself as in a spatial relationship. You know, they're there making choices like your mom. She's there having her own decisions. He's there wanting to step on me some more, whatever kind of people you have in your life. But you are relating to your own experience. You're relating to your own experience because you're in the middle balance. And they may be swirling around you. And they may be even trying to pull you into left or right. But you stay in the space of, yes, my relationship is to me. And the end of it, you know, when we talk about script holding, what do we say? It's you're the actor in your play, and everything else in this world is a hired hand, is a set. You know, it's all make-believe for you to have experiences. So imagine if you walked through your entire play constantly in balance, and the things that people offer you don't take you off your center, but help you invest more deeply in your center. That's really what it's going to come down to, is you investing more deeply in you. And that's why we keep saying, balance your chakras, check in with your chakras, check in with them, check in with them, check in with them, check in with them. See what you want to release. Because you're constantly making that reinvestment in your awareness of the truth of you as you observe and interact with the world. As you find delight and get sparked to have a preference, and as you shoot the arrow of your intention, and then open to all the possibilities of what the outcomes might be. This is homospiritus. This is homospiritus. This is living from a position where you're in mastery and you walk as a creator in your world. You walk through your world as a creator. You're just creating. You're not directing, right? A director of a movie says, you walk here, you walk there, you say these lines, you say those lines, move that prop, get that camera going. A creator says, wow, let's have an experience. My impulse is to have an experience where we act out a story about going on a picnic. But I'm not going to say how many ants should climb across the blanket. I'm not going to say if a leaf should fall into the soup. I'm not going to say if the sun should go across the sky in a certain way. I'm going to enter into it, and then step by step, moment by moment, I'm going to experience what is revealed to me. Or else it would be really freaking boring. And can you imagine how much thinking you would have to do if you had to plan for the ants? You already think so much. Imagine if you had